All right, welcome back to the Yoga Chat. I'm your host, Montana.
I'm your host, May, and
It's
Montana's being a
Christmas Eve.
Grinch.
Look at
Vineyard Vines.
they're little dogs
Oh my
with
God, little dogs with
my
reindeer.
mom
Oh my God.
normally in Texas, but I'm not this year, and so she sent me the same PJs everybody else got. The
Very cute.
pants don't make any sense. They're actually really weird. Oh, it's the Vineyard Vines whale on on a sleigh. I was like, what the fuck is that on the sleigh?
So wait, there's whales and dogs as the mascots of this Vineyard
Well,
Vines?
Vineyard Vines is a whale. Can you see the little guy? It kind of looks like a piece.
Sort
It
of.
looks like a slug, but
Oh
he's
no, I see him. I see him. Okay.
dogs aren't the Vineyard Vine. They just did that for fun.
Okay. Got it.
And like it's the Vineyard Vine. What am I like a do I have like a what's it called? A trust fund in Connecticut or something? I don't know why it's Vineyard Vines.
It'd be nice if you did. I'd like to have a trust fund in Connecticut. That sounds
Yeah,
great.
I mean these would be more on brand. But my brother actually loves Vineyard Vine. He actually has Vineyard Vine sheets or used to, which is so weird. I'm like, what? This I'm like so preppy.
That
Not
is some trust fund kid
why.
shit.
Yeah. Well, before we get started at the studio this morning, so like we said, we're recording this on Christmas Eve. I taught an EDM Christmas sculpt, which was so unhinged. The
I'm
last song,
sure.
I was like, should I play this? And I did. It was Lady Gaga's Christmas Tree. Have you ever heard that?
No.
It says something like literally like, throw me down, put me on top, let's fa la 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 la.
Merry
I
Christmas to Lady Gaga.
and Julie was in the class and she's our GM and it's Christmas. Okay. So I was just like, "Ugh." I wouldn't obviously any other day, but I'm gonna play. Can you hear it?
No.
Damn it. Maybe said no.
Can't hear it.
It's
We'll
the
tag the song
light
on
me
the
up,
notes.
that's what it says. Light me up, put me on top. Let's fa la 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 la. It's underneath my Christmas tree, the only place you'll wanna be. Ho, 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 ho. Anyways, so the whole reason I bring this up is because Charlie Hannon, who we've had on the episode on the yoga chat before, we've had him as a guest. Um, he was leaving and he was like, "Hey, I'm concerned about something," and I was like, "You like whatever he said." The first thing he said made me feel like it was going to be serious, and I'm like, "What's up?" And he was like, "It's just like you and May haven't really talked about farts in a few episodes, and I just it's really weird." And I was like, "Oh, we'll talk about farts on our Christmas episode." And he's like, "I love how you just took that as a challenge." And I was like, "Oh yeah." So fart, 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 fart,
I
fart, fart.
haven't heard anyone fart in class in actually a while, so maybe that's why.
Maybe they heard our podcast and they're like, "Must hold
They're
it in."
like clenching their butt cheeks for an hour. Yeah.
I love that everything I'm gonna say now is in that tune of the Christmas tree song.
Fart, 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 fart. There you go, Charlie. That one's for you. That rendition of whatever that song is, but with fart in it. It's funny you talked about sculpt and weird lyrics because I love like certain sculpt music, but I feel like it gets repetitive. So I've been trying to like branch out and play different songs. And I played this song. It's Katy Perry and Kanye West, and it's called E.T. And it's a great song, great beat. And then at one point, Kanye is rapping and he said something about like alien sex. I'm going to take your pants down and blah blah blah. But like it was something unhinged about alien sex and like penetration. And then like we're holding like weights over our head, marching our knees up towards our chest, and I hear this lyric because it's like kind of a quiet part of class, and I just say, "Oh wow, those lyrics are really something." And Maddie just like lost her shit. And so now every time she comes to sculpt, she's like, "Is alien sex on the playlist?" And I'm like, "No, Maddie, relax." But yeah, every now and then you just like catch wind of some weird lyric and you're just like, "Well, that just got shouted into everybody's ears." But I always
Yep.
wonder if like people are even paying attention.
I'd say 50-50.
50
Depends.
50. Yeah.
It's like me
I
and
always pay attention to lyrics, like, no matter where I am or what I'm doing, like, I listen to the song lyrics, so I feel like I would notice, but I know that not everybody's like that.
yeah, I would say 50-50. Um, I'm like 50-50 myself. Like sometimes I'll be listening to lyrics and other times I'm like, "Ugh, dying."
Yeah,
Or I'm
yeah.
like, what am I gonna have for dinner tonight? Which perfect segue, May. What are you having for Christmas dinner?
Mhm. So my family is Italian, and we never do like the traditional, like I don't know if you know Italians do like the seven fishes Christmas Eve dinner. It's like their tradition. We've never done it.
Wildest
Um,
episode of The Bear that ever known to man.
oh, don't even get me started. That whole episode, like my blood pressure, like my Apple Watch, my
See,
pulse was like up. It was that whole episode made me insane. That show is so fucking good. Anyways, yes, so we're doing not seven fishes, we're doing like two because I'm not insane and I don't want to drive my car through the wall after my family pisses me off when I'm cooking seven fishes. But my family's coming over. They're actually here and there's lots of dogs and there's chaos. But I am making um like a linguine with like shrimp and lobster and like a white wine, garlic sauce, and we're making homemade Caesar salads, which I fucked around with yesterday. And I made a homemade Caesar dressing and I like whipped it all in the bowl. And my mom bakes bread. So they brought a fresh loaf of bread. My dad's going to make homemade croutons for the Caesar salad. And my brother's bringing like a charcuterie board. And and I made with Maya tiramisu yesterday. So we have a straight up Italian feast: Caesar
just,
salad, charcuterie,
just
linguine with seafood and wine and tiramisu. And like, I'm really excited about it. Like, really
send me your
excited about it.
address. Send me your fucking address.
Please come over. You're welcome to. We're going to also play in an appropriate round of Cards Against Humanity.
Oh yeah.
Um, so we'll drink wine and
The
play
best.
ridiculous card games.
It really sounds like a really good Christmas.
It will be. I'm looking forward to it. And we're probably just gonna wear pajamas the whole day because we don't get dressed up. We're not like a formal dress up family.
No, I need to ask if we're dressing up. Um, so I normally go to Dallas and
Yes.
I normally leave. I normally do Christmas Eve with my in-laws and then I leave on Christmas Eve. So like right now I should be on an airplane, but because I was just in Dallas for my best friend's wedding and I traveled literally every single fucking weekend this year, which is great, not complaining. Um, we decided to stay in Pittsburgh. So my sister-in-law and brother-in-law have a almost like a 2.5-year-old and a brand new baby who was born middle of November. So
Oh my
they're like
goodness.
in the process of like creating new traditions like for their family. Um, so we're all going over to my sister and brother-in-law's house for the first time. And it's like the first time they're hosting too. And my brother-in-law's brother and sister are coming over and they have like, I want to say Ben is 10 and Marin is like 6, 7-ish. So we balled out on getting gifts for Ben, Marin, and Mitchell, which I'm really excited about. Like getting to like see Christmas through kids' eyes is like my favorite
Yeah.
thing. I
Brings the magic back.
yeah, I have 14 cousins and I'm the oldest, so that's like one thing that I am really sad about is on Christmas Eve at my grandparents, I get to watch like I've always watched all my like as soon as I became too old to like, have a childlike spirit about Christmas, I always had younger cousins that I could watch like them experience it. So I'm like, very, very, very grateful that I have nieces and nephews essentially with me tonight. Because if I was just with a bunch of adults, I think I would be really depressed.
Yeah.
Um, I love being with adults, not on Christmas Eve. Um, and I have no idea what we're eating. That's why I didn't answer the actual question. My brother-in-law Rob is an amazing cook, so I'm sure he'll cook some sort of delicious
Mhm.
something. I'm gonna bring a bunch of cookies and one of my favorite salads. I know we'll definitely drink some
Is that
wine.
the arugula one with the apples and the sun-dried tomatoes? That
I
salad's bomb.
yeah,
I feel
go
like I've had it like 18 times at this point because you bring it to all of our potlucks, and every time I'm like, this slaps every time.
yeah. Because it also like it makes me I like any type of food, but especially on holidays or like not necessarily, I think at potlucks, people do a better job of also bringing like healthy things. But on holidays, it always ends up just being like so heavy. And so I always like to bring that salad because I'm like, then I am sure that I have at least one green thing on my plate.
Exactly. No,
I
I'm
want
with you
like at least
always. I always bring the salad to all the events too because, like you said, like most. I'm sure it's everywhere, but even in Pittsburgh, like all the events will have fucking ham, and we've talked about ham, and everyone knows how I feel about ham. There's ham, there's potatoes, and all fine, whatever. There's the fucking Jello pretzel salad, which is delicious, but also like this is not dinner. This is
Yeah.
not supposed to be on my dinner plate. So I always like to bring some kind of green just so I can feel okay about eating all the other crap.
Yeah, exactly. It balances it out. That's what we're all about, balance.
Not that it's
All right.
crap. It's good.
Yeah, exactly. Just you want the other stuff too. It's fine.
Bingo.
Um, so because it's Christmas Eve, we're gonna make this super short, which actually we've been doing a good job of making our duo sods
Yeah.
short. But this is our Christmas and essentially our New Year's episode. So we thought it would be fun to share, which we literally just decided this right before we press record, so neither of us have thought about it. Share not a New Year's resolution, because just like we said last year, like, ugh, that's so annoying. Unless a New Year's resolution serves you and makes you feel good, then that's not annoying. It's fine. So like a goal, something we're excited about. Ooh, like a rosebud thorn. Why don't we do that? A rose, a bud, and a thorn. So something
Oh.
that we're let's look. Obviously, we're just making this up right now. So a rose is something that we're really proud of from 2024. Thorn is like a lesson that we learned that was probably a hard lesson to learn. Maybe we're still learning it. And then bud is something we're excited for 2025.
Okay.
You want to go
Are
first?
you
Do you
gonna
want?
go first?
I'll go first. I'll
You
go
go.
first. Something I'm um proud of in 2024 is oh my gosh, I have so many things I'm proud of. That's really cool. A lot of things came to mind. The first thing that came to mind is facilitating a 300 hour by myself. Um, the second thing that came to mind was getting my husband to travel internationally with me for 2 weeks, and he was happy the whole time, except one night, which is fine. 2 weeks, one night he was a butthole. That's fine. And then the third thing I'm really proud of is hosting my first retreat, local retreat and international retreat. And all three of those things are like such awesome reminders that like I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty damn good. I'm proud of myself. Those are three really big things that I've worked really hard to accomplish, and I was able to accomplish them all this year. So yeah. Um, my thorn is same lesson I've been trying to learn for years. I'm getting better and better. Is I'm continuing to learn that by being who I am, my actions will always speak louder than other people's words. So, like, if someone wants to say something about me that's a lie or that's bullshit, or if someone wants to just not like me, even if what they're saying is true, that like just learning to like be okay with the lies or the people not not liking me and just continuing to be myself authentically and remembering that like people are always going to say lies about everyone and that
Mhm.
no one's ever going to like everybody, and that's just part of being alive. Please, dogs, be quiet. Um, and yeah, and then my bud, what I'm excited about for 2025. Um, I am
So
excited.
many things.
I'm excited to uh, I'm trying to think of something that's like not yoga related or retreat related, but I'm hosting my first international retreat by myself, um, which I'm very excited about. So nervous, but so excited. Um, and it's so cool because it's truly just the beginning of this journey and endeavor. But yeah, that's what I'll go with. Oh, and I'm also trying to again not make it about yoga, but oops, here I am. I'm excited to open up Yoga Six Wexford. I think that's going to be a really fun challenge. I'm excited to meet new teachers, to build a new community, um, and yeah, just start from the ground up. So
Yeah.
there's that. All right, what about you?
All right, my rose is I'm proud of myself for getting right out of real estate training and selling 5 houses this year. I'm grateful for the yoga community that I have because I sold all of the things to all of the people I know through yoga. Um, I am excited and proud that I used some of my commissions to take myself on my first very yoga retreat, which was in Mexico, and it was good. And like we were just talking to someone who's going to be on the podcast next week about the challenges of like getting away by yourself as a mom, no matter how old your child gets. It's a really hard thing to decide I'm going to spend this big chunk of money simply and only on myself because there's like a million things you could do with it. You could fix up your house, you could do a million fucking things. But I did the thing that I really wanted to do and I enjoyed it. And it was great to experience it because my bud is that I will be hosting my first yoga retreat in May with Yoga 6 locally with Sam Adams. And it's been cool to experience being on retreats so, like, I can learn, that like, what I really enjoyed about them and the things that I might have done differently. Not that, like, I would have done anything differently in general, but just, like, where I wanna take the focus of what my retreat is gonna be, our retreat is gonna be. Um, and then I think my thorn is just in general, I always consider my intuition very strong about, kinda sussing out when things feel weird or not right. Um, but then also still having this like overall optimistic feeling of who people are, and then sometimes being disappointed. Um, so not letting my optimism cloud what my intuition is telling me. And that happens a fair amount, but I'm getting better.
Leave, I like that one. That's really good. To not let my optimism cloud my intuition. What a gray ass area.
I mean, it's the grayest area, which is funny because, like, we've talked about this before, how, like, your intuition, like, really the only thing that can cloud your intuition or my intuition is like the love I have for people. So, like, sometimes when you really like love or care about somebody, you want them to be the, the person you have in your head. And so your optimism and your love and your care for that person clouds, you know, what your intuition is picking up on what the truth is. So
Yeah.
it's always just like that fine line of giving people the benefit of the doubt and, being understanding of everybody's circumstances and knowing that most of the time people make decisions based on their own stuff and their own insecurities or where they're trying to go and that we all make mistakes and we all end up hurting somebody at some point. But then also being able to know like when the difference between people who have patterns of making me feel shitty and people who just maybe made me feel shitty because they're going through some stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, essentially not letting my optimism cloud my intuition. That is my thing at the
Good.
moment.
I love it. Yay. All right. Well, Merry Christmas. Happy
I got to
20.
go cook a bunch of pasta and seafood and eat like an Italian queen.
Enjoy that seafood linguine. That sounds like I would like to swim in that. I would like to dive
I
into
know,
a
dude.
swimming pool.
My
That
dad is here and we're gonna like make a fish stock. So we're gonna put all the shrimp peels like in a fish stock and cook it down for the flavor. And then we're gonna just like take all the shells out, put a shit ton of butter and white wine in it and garlic. And like I will be dunking my mom's homemade bread in it. I'm so excited. Okay.
All right. Well, yay. Thanks, May. Love you. And thanks for
Love you
everyone
too.
for
Merry
spending the
Christmas,
night with us.
everybody. And
Yeah.
happy holidays
Happy holidays. Bye.
and Festivus if that's what you celebrate.
Yep.
Bye.
That.